The ocean has always been a big part of my life. You could even say it's in my DNA. My parents were both divers before they met, and they shared their love of the ocean with my sister and me. Growing up, I loved being at dive resorts, playing in the kids' club, snorkeling off the beach, and hearing about my parents' underwater adventures. By the time my older sister started diving, I couldn't wait for it to be my turn. I'll never forget how excited I was when, at 9 years old in the Philippines, I finally got to dive off the boat with the cool kids. From the first moment I deflated my BCD and descended beneath the waves, I entered a world completely different from my own. Schools of vibrant fish darted past in flashes of color. A curious cuttlefish peeked his head out from the coral to study me. And the sharks, the monsters we've been taught to fear our whole lives by movies like Jaws, turned out to be some of the most graceful and timid creatures I've ever encountered. This was the ocean I grew to love. Since then, I've logged over 450 dives in 16 countries. And the more time I've spent talking to locals and divers, the clearer it has become that something is wrong. Reefs that once teemed with life have fallen silent. In Palau, once known as the shark capital of the world, shark populations have plummeted. In Vanuatu, the reefs are barren, and at night you can hear the rumble of trawlers scraping the ocean floor. Across the Caribbean and the Pacific, in places like Indonesia, Fiji, and Hawaii, that same emptiness echoes beneath the waves. In the Solomon Islands, a dive crew member told me, "We used to catch tuna every day. Now, we're lucky to catch one every couple of weeks." That moment stuck with me. How could these islands, once known for their vibrant reefs, no longer have fish? Later, when I met government officials working in fisheries regulation, everything clicked. Laws meant to protect endangered species and limit destructive fishing methods aren't being enforced. Illegal fishing has become the second most profitable international crime in the world, right behind drug trafficking, and the two often go hand in hand. As an officer in the Australian Navy told me, where there are illegal drugs and guns, there's also illegal fish. And the most shocking part? Almost no one is talking about it. When most people picture fishing, they imagine a few local fishermen in small boats. Nets, traps, maybe a few fish for the day. But the reality of the modern fishing industry looks nothing like that. Globally, there are an estimated 4.9 million fishing vessels. These industrial fleets use methods that erase entire ecosystems. Long lines stretch for miles with thousands of baited hooks, catching everything that bites. Bottom trawlers drag massive weighted nets across the seafloor, crushing coral and killing everything in their path. And pristine nets used to catch tuna encircle huge areas of open ocean, trapping dolphins, turtles, and sharks, along with the target fish. Each of these methods catches far more than the species they're targeting. This unintended catch is called bycatch, animals that are thrown back into the ocean, dead or dying. According to the World Wildlife Fund, 40% of all marine life caught by fisheries worldwide is bycatch. That includes an estimated 250,000 sea turtles, 300,000 whales and dolphins, and 50 million sharks every year. You might be thinking, aren't there laws to regulate all this? Yes and no. Most fishing regulations rely on fishermen self-reporting their catch. If a vessel says it stayed within limits and avoided endangered species, it's usually taken at their word. Given this, it's no surprise that illegal, unregulated, and unreported fishing, known as IUU, now accounts for up to 1 in every 5 fish sold worldwide. Many of these vessels hide their activities through transshipment, the practice of transferring catch from smaller boats to massive motherships out at sea. By doing this, they can mix illegal catch with legal fish, avoid inspections at port, and erase any record of where the fish were taken. To avoid detection, they often turn off their satellite trackers, repaint their holes, and even fly the flags of other countries. We've always been told that our plastic straws and grocery bags are the ocean's biggest problem. But studies show that nearly half of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch is made up of fishing nets alone. A majority of the rest of the patch is made up of other types of fishing gear. So I guess maybe our plastic straws aren't the problem after all. It's overfishing. The ocean is our life support system. It produces 70% of our oxygen and stores 70 times more carbon than all the world's forests combined. When we strip life from the sea, we're weakening its ability to regulate the planet's climate. Overfishing is driving climate change in ways we've only just begun to understand. By emptying the seas, we're not just endangering marine species, we're endangering ourselves. The damage caused by overfishing doesn't stop with ecosystems. It extends to the people who depend on them. Across the world, tens of thousands of people are trapped in forced labor on board industrial fishing vessels. Many are recruited from poorer countries like Thailand, Indonesia, and the Philippines, promise steady work and good pay. But once at sea, passports are taken and they may not see land again for months. Working up to 22 hours a day, often with little food and no pay, they endure brutal physical and emotional abuse. The International Labor Organization estimates that more than 100,000 people are working under forced conditions in the global fishing industry. But it's not just individuals being exploited, it's entire nations. Foreign fleets continue to take advantage of unprotected waters across the Pacific, Africa, Asia, South America, and even the Arctic. The UN Food and Agriculture Organization estimates that more than 3 billion people rely on fish as their primary source of protein. But for many of them, these fish are being taken by foreign fleets. And when these nations try to fight back, to patrol their waters or stop illegal ships, they face an impossible task. Many have only a few small patrol boats to cover thousands of miles of ocean, while foreign fleets operate with radar systems, factory ships, and military-scale funding. The same networks driving this destruction have found new ways to profit. They've turned endangered species into luxury products, fueling a multi-billion-dollar black market that hides behind the banner of cultural tradition. Across Asia, products from endangered animals, including shark fins, manta ray gill plates, seahorses, and sea cucumbers, are marketed through traditional Chinese medicine, or TCM. They are promoted as symbols of health and status, even though there is no scientific evidence behind any of their supposed healing benefits. Every year, an estimated 100 million sharks are killed for their fins alone. Despite bans in more than 100 countries, the trade persists. Shark fins can sell for up to $500 a pound, and a single bowl of shark fin soup can cost around $100. Now one of the most sought-after dishes for weddings and special occasions. Meanwhile, more than 300 species of shark are now endangered. Apex predators like great hammerheads and oceanic whitetips have declined by more than 98%. Sharks have existed longer than the dinosaurs. They maintain the balance of entire marine ecosystems. When they disappear, scientists call what follows a trophic cascade, a chain reaction that causes entire ecosystems to collapse, eventually resulting in dead zones. And sharks aren't the only victims. As shark populations collapse, smugglers have turned to manta rays. They slaughter these gentle filter feeders for their gill plates, which are falsely claimed to filter toxins from the human body. As a result, all 10 species of manta and devil ray are now listed as endangered or vulnerable. This isn't culture, it's exploitation. Sometimes when I dive, I look past the big things. The sharks, the rays, the coral walls, and notice the smallest creature on the reef, a nudibranch, barely an inch long, glowing neon blue, moving slowly across the coral like it has all the time in the world. It doesn't know that for that one moment, it makes you forget everything else. That's what the ocean does. It reminds you to breathe, to listen, to be part of something bigger than yourself. That's what's at stake. Not just reefs or species, but the wonder that connects us all. The truth is, saving the oceans doesn't start with governments or scientists. It starts with us, with caring enough to see, to speak, and to act. Because when we do, we won't just see what's been lost. We'll see what we've saved together. Thank you.